point being, I set up a developer environment finally, and I kind of want to do like a server-side rendered like consumption of an API in vanilla JavaScript, not React. And this web page should load good first issues, specifically for crypto open source projects. So I set up a Linux subsystem, and let's see, I got Zish on here, and let's do Mictor ASMR crypto. We're gonna CDNA ASMR crypto. So the first thing that we'll do is good old npm init. I think it was -y on this one. Cool. And then I'm gonna install a couple of dependencies. npm I express. And express will basically be the server. It'll help us move around the website, and from what I remember, it helps us like get around our own website and serve static files. So, but we'll also need EJS for non-static stuff. And in this video, pretty much all I'm gonna do is set up the file structure and get the routes working. I'm not actually gonna do any API callouts. I still need to do some research on that. So I guess the first thing we'll do, we'll touch we'll do like server.js. I don't have any professional experience with JavaScript yet. All my professional experience is actually in Apex, so I don't know what the naming conventions are specifically, but I'm gonna get a server going. And I'm gonna call the file server.js. Yeah. And then I know for Express, we'll need a folder, so we'll do a Mictor, and we'll call the folder public. And actually, I think we'll need a views folder as well. So this command will actually make two folders, one called public and another one called views. And so we'll like pop in here, pop in a VS Code, and just see where we're at. So I did do some research, and so I have it built out over here, and I'm referencing this while I'm doing this. So let's see. I don't know how many routes I'm gonna end up doing, so I'm gonna do like a Mictor routes folder as well. There it is. Okay. So we've got our server.js file. Actually, let's just for good this, you just like type stuff in here. I'm not gonna commit this project to GitHub, but you would, if you post something in here, it shows up in GitHub, and you would be like, "This is for an ASMR project." Yeah. So yeah, that's what that would look like. And okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna hammer out some to-dos here. To-dos. Let's say set up static files. Oh my gosh. There we go. Actually, first we're gonna like import stuff. There we go. I'm gonna import stuff. No, set up our variables. Set up constants. There we go. Yeah. And I'm gonna turn, I have Copilot, so I'm gonna turn that off for now. Okay. We're going to tell Express where static files are. We're going to set up view engine. We'll import routes. We'll use routes. And then we'll set up our landing page. And set up server. So I put this server at the bottom because that's where I want it. So the first thing we'll do is we'll set up our constants. We'll do const express equals require express. So this will bring in express. Then we want to call it app. We'll do express. We'll call it. Boom. So now express is app. And then just for now we'll set up our const port. Actually, yeah, let's do it lowercase here. And that will be the number 3000. Pretty standard stuff, I think. So for the static, actually, we'll go down here and we'll set up the server. Just need to make sure. So what we'll do is it's app dot listen. in there, and we'll console log. Console.log, and I'm gonna use backticks. There we go. That'll let me do temperate string literal. I can't remember the word. I know what it'll do though. It'll let me use variables, which is nice. So let's go with a good old it's over, and then you gotta do like a money sign. Open, close. Yeah, you see it's a different color. I'm gonna say port. There we go. So to see if that works, I have installed NodeMon. If you want, you can do node and then you type in the name of the file, server.js. Let's see, cannot access Express before initialization. Oh my god, I can't read. Just little delays like really tripping me up. So, got it needs to come in as a string. I think that'll do it. So, got node server.js. Boom. And that's our little message there. So that means that our server is listening. Cool. So we've got a server. Let's back out. Alright. Let's see, set up static file stuff. So this is basically where Express is going to look for static files like CSS and stuff. So with that, we'll do app.use Express. Express.static. And then we give it the string. Public. There we go. So now Express will look for static files in the public folder. Which is, I think, that's what we did right there. So, the view engine. I'm gonna do app.set. We feed it a string, which will be view engine, and then comma. We're using EJS. It's like a, you can use it for like templating and stuff, which is handy, and exactly what we're gonna end up doing eventually. But I'm gonna set up like super simple stuff right now. We'll go back and refactor it. I just want to make sure that all this works because I haven't done this in a while. Okay, so import routes, use routes, landing page. So I think first what we'll do is set up the landing page. We'll do app.get, and then this would be the route. The slash means if you load up the website in general, this is the first page that'll load up. And then usually you feed it the request and the response. Got the arrow function going. Did I do that right? No. I need a. There we go. tendency to forget those, and that'll really mess you up. So we'll do res.render. And here, you'll tell it where to look. I'm gonna make a EGS page called home. So, by default, just to double check. Yeah, by default, Express is going to look for a folder called views, and that's where it'll look for the EJS file. So we'll do a new file, home.egs. Now it says EJS, but it's going to look like HTML because of that. I've got an HTML template boilerplate thing, so we'll do that. Boom. Got a nice blank boilerplate thingy bobber here. Get rid of the async defer, and actually we will comment this out for now. Okay. So, and we'll comment this out because right now I just want to see that the page loads. And just for now, we'll just do h1. And we'll call it good first. Crypto issues. There we go. Or I won't say crypto. Good first blockchain issues. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah. I'm going to back up over here. Make sure I've got this set up correctly so far. Okay. I think this will do what it's meant to do. Which right now is just loading this file. So if we go here, I'm going to use nodemon this time because nodemon .js nodemon will just keep running. I don't need to like reload it when I make changes and stuff. It's kind of handy. Once you like really break something. So okay. I don't know, it just automatically threw arguments in there. This is actually meant to be, I believe, set. It did this to me earlier. No, use. There we go. I don't know why I typed in use and it just like changed to arguments. Okay, and I made a change. Nodemon should just pick it up. Rec. Okay, rec is not defined. Now we're getting some errors here, which is fine. Errors are good. They tell us what we're doing. Actually, I think I have double check here, but I think yeah, that's one of these. It's actually supposed to be up here, which makes sense. Okay. And we got, okay, app.length is not a function. That's why like it did that last time too. It's just like throwing random stuff in here. It's bogus. App.get. I'll have to watch this video again and see like when it did that. Or am I just like subconsciously typing in stuff? Okay. This is good. This means that our server is working. There seems to be no oopsies in our code. So we'll go back and this says error, but really what it does is it loads localhost. So if I type in like localhost and then was 3000. There we go. Sweet. So this is actually it's a rendering. Where is it? This page. See, this is good first blockchain issues. We'll do hello. You can see. We'll refresh. Boom. There we go. Okay. So that is working. We'll get rid of that. Refresh. Sweet. Okay. So let's see. I think. We'll just do public. We'll make sure. So public is. I'm gonna do a new folder. I call it CSS. This is gonna be a folder for my CSS files. Yeah, actually, I'll just go ahead do another one for like JavaScript. There we go. So, actually, I did that wrong. Delete. Oh snap! That was too many. Okay, alright, I just want to add it to public. Let's see, I'm gonna back out here. I'm gonna CD into public, because VS Code's being tricky. We'll make dir folder called JS. There we go. We'll back up. Okay. And then we'll turn node back on. Server.js. Boom. Cool. Website reloaded, restarted, and now we have CSS and JS. So in here, I'm gonna drop a main.css file. There we go. And we'll just do, just for now to make sure everything's connected, hooked up and working, we'll do body, background color, black, and we'll make our H1 color of the text white, black and white page, and then we'll tie it in up here. We'll comment this out, and I think this should work, because it should just be looking in the public folder. It should just be able to do CSS slash main.css. Okay, let's see if that works. Boom, sweet. Actually, I want text line center. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So my idea is that page will, and we'll have to set up like templates, basically like a bit of like reusable code that will like feed GitHub issues into, and it'll just like pop a whole bunch of them up on the page. Then you can just scroll through and find one that looks good. I think if you find one that looks good, maybe you'll want a you want to get more info. So I think I'll do a detail.ejs file as well, and eventually I'll break all this EJS up, so I just have like a bunch of little snippets, but right now I'll have two separate ones, so I'll set this up as its own HTML boilerplate. Eventually I'll break the header out and all that stuff. I can't remember how to do that at the moment, so I'm gonna skip that and we'll do the same thing. We'll just reference CSS slash main dot CSS and just do another H1 in here just to make sure like everything's hooked up and it works. And we'll just say actually issue details. There we go. Cool beans. So we've got dingamabobbers here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the routes folder. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in the routes folder, and I'm just gonna go back and look at what I did here. Doing this twice is actually very helpful, and then talking about it actually helps me explain or understand myself what's going on. So this is actually really good practice for me. Not that anyone cares. Alright, so routes, I think, is gonna set up a new file. I'm gonna call it like detail.js. And what we'll do is basically kind of the same thing, const express equals require, and string this time, express. There we go. And so we'll set up a router. We'll do, but we're gonna, before we called it app, this time we'll call it const router equals express dot, and it's like capital R router. Cool. And then we set up our router, and it's just gonna be a get call. So we'll say, oh my gosh, router dot get, and so this is gonna be like just like the app.get we did earlier. We're gonna do a slash. If we have like extra detail stuff, we could do like slash detail, I don't know, link, or slash detail, I don't know, thing, bobber. There we go. And it'll add that on there, but we're gonna tell it that it's details, and it'll just go to this slash here. And then we set it up the same way. We've got our request, our response. We'll do the arrow thingy, arrow function. I know what it's called. And then in here we'll do res dot render. And we called it detail. So there we go. So basically, here this express is gonna look in it's gonna look in routes, right? I feel like I didn't tell it to look in routes. Maybe I do that later. Anyway, this is how this gets set up. Then you have to export it. Module dot exports normally, if you have like a bunch of routes, which I'm just making a routes folder because I don't know how many routes I'll actually end up needing, so I'm just getting a head start on that. Okay, so we'll go back to server.js. I have to import our routes and use our routes. Refer to my code that I've made. Okay. Okay, this is where I tell it where the routes are. We'll do const detail route equals require. There we go. Require, and in a string, we tell it where to look for detail route, and it is actually in dot slash. You gonna help me out here? Yeah. Routes slash detail. Cool. So right here, we're saying const detail route equals require, and it goes in and it looks at this file. So this is where our routes are, and we're exporting them to this right here. And so to use those routes, what we'll do is we'll say app.use, which makes sense because we're using those routes. Slash detail, and what we want to use. So detail route. So what this will do is it will make it so if somebody types in the website and then slash detail, it should bring them into this detail page. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this looks good. Routes detail. Cool. Seems like everything's in order. There, we'll refresh. Seems like nothing's broken there. And we'll go to detail. Can I get detail? Can I get details? Slash detail. Let's see. Did I detail.js? Am I missing? What am I missing? App.use slash detail. Detail round. That's how I had it set up. Render home. So is it it's not right here, so let me double check. I have routes detail.js. Express. Require express. Got our express router. Res.render detail. Router.get slash module.exports router. Okay. I see it. Okay. I did that wrong. That ending closing parenthesis was in the wrong So basically, if I do like, I don't know, just do like a P. I'll be like, you'll see detailed information here. And I'm just gonna copy this, copy, home, and do, you'll see, listed, issues here. Okay. And eventually you will not actually have to like type in the URLs. There we go. We'll just boom. Oh, you probably can't see anything there. Let's see, this is a H1. Let's just for now, we'll go ahead and copy this. The text wasn't showing up because it's black. Black on black doesn't work. Alright, that should fix it. We'll reload. Boom. Okay. So yeah, first blockchain issues. You'll see issues listed here. Slash detail. You'll see detailed information here. Okay, cool. So we have a server. We got a server. We're using Express. We have routes that are rendering different EGS web pages, and our CSS is working. So from here, what I need to figure out is okay, I think that took care of our to-dos for now. Next, I'll have to, yeah, I know what I need to do. I'm not sure that I can type up the to-dos right now, but I need to do, I need to figure out how to call out to an API. I believe that was like Axios or Super Agent. Then I need to write a function that I will pass the JSON through that will create objects. Then I need to get the information from the object into an EGS template. So yeah, that's next time. But for now, this is, I think, we got some of the basic website wiring up and running, and I need to do more research on how to call out to an API, get information. I was reading up on the GitHub API. Seems like I'm going to end up, I've got to request a key. Actually, I'll just go ahead and, I think I'll need like a key, an API key or a security key or something. So I'll just do like a .env file. Yeah. Oh. Touch .env, and you're never gonna see me work on that file. So yeah, but your env file is where you would put sensitive information, keys, passwords, things that other people shouldn't know would go in your env file. And if you push it to GitHub, you would want to set up like a gitignore file that would ignore your env, because you don't want to push your .env up to GitHub. GitHub actually looks for a lot of this, so it would tell you. But I think like the history is there and everything. So anyway, that is it. This is pretty short and sweet, I think. This is about all I know. Remember how to do at the moment, or not really remember, but this is what I relearned this morning, and so yeah, so we have a couple of routes that render from a server. And that's it for now. Sweet. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for watching, all 12 of you. I love you. I appreciate you.